Hi everybody, this is Barbie from Perfect Fit Pilates. We're going to do a reformer workout with our bar as our prop today. We're going to go ahead and set that down to the side. We'll be picking that up later. I'm going to start with some footwork, very traditional, 2 reds and a green. If you like less, adjust that weight. If you like more, adjust that weight. We're going to go ahead and lay back. Shoulders are behind those shoulder pads. We're going to start with a little prance today, so something fun to start. We're going to have toes on, about a fist width between those feet. Press that carriage out, and let's just run in place. Hips are nice and still. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Just going to start breathing. Relaxing. Good. And 4. And go at your own pace. 3, whatever feels good for you. 2. And we're going to hold 1. One heel under. Nice deep breath in. The other knee is bent. Take that long inhale, rise up and change which heel is stretching under, the other knee is bent, breathe. And then both heels go under, inhale. And we will lift and we will lower. And lift and lower. And 8 and 7 and 6. Both heels are moving together. 5, both are down and lift up. 4, all 10 toes pressing into that foot bar. 3 and 2 and lift and come back in. Good. We're going to go heels, Pilates V. So knees are just about shoulder width apart, collarbone wide, pelvis heavy. We're going to press it out, squeeze and resist in and press. Try to keep a little space in your lower back, natural curve. So it could have a blueberry underneath it and you wouldn't smash it, or maybe a grape. Let's go 5. Slow to come in. Resist those springs with the back of the legs. 4, 3, 2, halfway in, pause, little pulses. Pulse. And 8 and 7 and 6. Shoulders soft. 5. Pelvis heavy. 4, especially as we're bending in. 3, 2. Press it all the way out. Really stretch and come back in. Good. We're going to go toes wide. Heels and toes. Heels are pointed in. Knees and toes are pointed out. We're going to go press out. Stay high on the arch of that foot or ball of that foot. Arches high. Out. And lengthen and resist. And 7. Keeping those hips heavy as you bend in. 6. So we're dissociating that leg from the pelvis. 5, 4, 3, 2, halfway in, pause the carriage, little pulse, and pulse, shoulders are soft, and 7, and 6. Pressing out further is going to make it a little bit heavier. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Hold it. Lower your left heel, only the left heel, the right heel stays, and pulse it. And 9, and 8, 7, 6, 5, should be feeling some legs. 2, 1, and hold it. Right heel down, left heel up, and pulse it again. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2, and hold it. Good. Now press out a little bit and switch, and switch, and change 8, change 7. So just those ankles are changing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Both heels up. Press all the way out with the carriage. Lower the heels. Breathe. And heels rise and come all the way back in. Good. We're going to go ahead and put those heels at the center of the foot bar. About a fist width between. Come away from those shoulder pads. If your headrest is up, go ahead and lay it completely flat. You want it down. Arms are down by your side. Take that breath. Inhale. Exhale. Roll it up through your bridge. You're rolling up through the spine. Hips are high. Good. We're going to take that left ankle over that right knee. Hips are level as we tilt down. Exhale. Lift. Get a little heavier on that right shoulder, but we want to feel pretty even. We just don't want to tilt over onto that left side. And inhale, exhale. 5, tummy in. 4, and 3, and 2. Hips up, hold it up. We're going to extend that leg out on a diagonal so it's reaching away from you. Your pelvis is still level. 7, and 6. Hips are still high. 5, carriage still pulling in. 4, let go of those shoulders. 3, pull it across the lower belly like a seatbelt. 2, 1, cross the ankle back onto the knee and roll down through the center of your spine. Breathe. Both heels on. Exhale, peel it up. Good, pelvis level. Now right ankle over left knee. Keep that pelvis level. 10. Soft shoulders. 9. As you lift, think abs in. 6. Lower belly. 5. 3. 2. Hold those hips up nice and level. Kick that leg out to the right. Nice extension. Smooth. And keep that left shoulder nice and heavy so we're even. We're going to go 5. Breathe. Keep those pelvises level. 4. Use your exhale to extend. Inhale to bend. 2, and 1. Cross the ankle. Breathe. Roll down right through the center of your spine. And then knees into your chest. Very nice. Exhale it out. And good. We're going to go ahead and put those legs over the foot bar. We're going to try to come up into a seated position. So exhale, come on up, roll it up. Good. Or you can just sit up. We're going to try a red and a blue. So take off those other springs. We'll just have 2 springs. You could also do a red and a yellow. We're going to go ahead and stretch, roll back. Good. We're going to press the carriage out with the right foot. We're going to go ahead and take that left foot into the long strap. It's fairly heavy. We're just going to hold it up there. Shoulders are soft and relaxed. Let the tailbone feel like it's sinking heavy so the pelvis feels really anchored. Press out a little bit more. The leg will reach over towards the opposite side of your body. And let's open up those arms. Chest is relaxed. Breathe. And bring it in. And we'll bend that knee. And we'll take that loop off. And we'll change out. Push off that left foot. Right leg goes into the long strap or right foot. Keep some tension on that bar, foot bar. Hips are heavy. Stretch and breathe. Let yourself get heavy through the shoulders, right through the center of the sternum. And then press out a bit more. Leg goes over the body. Good. Arms go wide. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. Inhale. And leg comes center. And let's bend those knees. And we'll take those loops off. We're going to go ahead and grab our bar. And we'll put the short loops on the bar. So bars up above the chest. Make sure those ropes are nice and even. The bar should be even. We're going to set those shoulders heavy. So we want to feel the arm connect into the back, which is connected down onto the mat. Knees up, tabletop. Take your breath. Preparing here. We're going to go down to the thighs. Reach that bar right towards the knees, legs out. Inhale, lay those ribs down heavy. Arm up, head back. Exhale. Head, neck, and shoulders rise as the legs slide out. You're going to reach that bar right over the thighs. Lower belly sinking in. And 5. Ribs are heavy, front ribs to back ribs. 4. 3. 2. 1. Knees come in, arms stay right up above the chest, right above the shoulder. We're going to go ahead and extend both legs out. Inhale in. Feel your rib cage sink. Breathe as you bend. And 6. Keep tension on those palms. We're holding those shoulders down on the mat. 5. 4. Lower abs in, ribs tighten. 3. Maybe legs higher if you feel this too much in your back. 2. And 1. Bend the knees and find your foot bar. Release. Good. Should be a lot of holding there. Take a deep breath. Now, only one knee is going to come in. The other leg will stay extended. So tabletop legs, arms down, chest up, reach over those thighs. Let's go left knee in. Right leg stays straight out there and reach both toes out towards your foot bar, bar over your thighs. Right knee in, inhale. Exhale. Left knee in and exhale. And left and out. 3, 2. Now both knees in, arms up. Keep that tension in the bar. One leg out and change for me. So one knee stops at tabletop, the other knee stretches out over that foot bar. 8, abs in. 7, inhale, exhale. 6, shoulders off your shoulder pads, press into that bar. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And knees bend, arms up, and release. Very nice. Should be feeling a lot of intensity. If it's feeling too intense, drop your weight down. You can go lower. So we're going to go arms up, drop those shoulders back down onto the mat. Nice deep breath and hold. Good. We're going to extend those legs up. We're going to reach the bar to our knees. If you can, you're going to lift the chest. If your neck is tired, put your head down. We're going to lower those legs down. Lower back is flat. Exhale back up. Breathe in. Exhale back up. We're trying to keep that lower back really flat. So curl the tailbone. Lengthen that lower back down onto the mat as you curl the tailbone back towards the heels. And 4, exhale. Shoulders unshrug if you can. 3. Use your exhale to tighten those front ribs. 2. 1. Knees bend, head back, breathe. Hold there for a second. Good. We're going to send your legs out high, low. Both are straight. Pull them in. Switch high, low. If you can get them both kind of low, that's a little bit harder. And 5, exhale. Tension on the bar, sitting over your lower ribs. 4, but right up to the ceiling. 3, exhale. 2. We're going to try to scissor. We're going to go up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Scissor. 5, up to the ceiling and down to the foot bar. 3, 2, 1. And release. Good. We're going to leave that bar behind you with the loops on. Just set it on your frame. We're going to grab those pegs. Good. And then roll your knees over to a side. Arms open. Deep breath. And then grab those pegs again, hands back in, deep breath. Roll the knees center and over to the other side. And arms open and breathe. And hands back in, deep breath, and knees back to center. Okay, let's pick up our bar again. Bars over those lower ribs, reaching straight up to the ceiling from those shoulders. We're going to lift those knees to tabletop. We're going to roll the knees over to the left, just slightly. Bar's going to tilt to the right. We're going to take that breath. We're going to pull down to that right hip and extend those legs and lay back. We're going to keep that right hip slightly lifted and the bar tilted to the right. 6. Legs are reaching over that foot bar to the left. 5. Breathe as you lay back. 4. Both shoulders should feel that mat. 3. Chest is drawing forward. 2. We're going to hold. 1. Bring the bar a little higher. Knees in and out. 5. Press to that right with the bar. 3. Chest is forward. Shoulders out of the ears. 2. And exhale. 1. Bend both knees. Reach up to center and release. Give ourselves a little rest here. Make sure you're at the center of your pelvis before you start. Bars up above the rib cage. Shoulders are heavy on the mat. Knees tilt to the right now. Bar tilts to the left. Take your breath and pull, reach. And exhale. 7. We're trying for a little pause. 6. So when you're reaching towards that left side, chest is towards the left. 4. That contraction is on that extension right there. 3. Ribs go heavy as you reach up. 2. Pull the front ribs to back ribs. Hold to the hip bar a little higher. Knees in and out. 5. Use your exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Very nice. Good job. All right. Let's do one more here. Shoulders down out of the ears. We're going to go ahead and bring those knees up to tabletop. Good. We're going to pull those elbows down next to the rib cage. You're going to inhale, lift your chest. You can always put your head down when you're in this position, so laying back like this. But we're going to start by pressing legs and arms out, legs open and close, knees and elbows bend. Try to keep the chest lifted. Exhale out. Open, close, inhale. Open, close, inhale. Open, close, inhale, belly button in. 4, inhale. 3, inhale. 2, hold it over your legs, legs open and close. 2, quick. 3, abs in. 4, lower belly like a seatbelt. 5, 6, 7, last one. 8, and lay back. Very nice. Put that bar down. Let's come on up. And we're going to get out of box. So let's go ahead and grab your boxes. They're going to go on long ways. I like to use a little black mat so I don't slide. So we'll use one of these sticky mats. And we're going to change it down to just the blue spring and lay down. And we're going to have our chest over the front of the box with our head to the ropes. Now I'm just going to take my bar, leaving the loops on, and just set it down on the floor. So we're not going to be using those straps right now. Let's start with a little stretch. Legs are over the foot bar. Hands are on that frame, just under your shoulders or a little forward. And we're going to press down and lift up. Shoulders are dropping down, belly button is lifting, and we should feel a little abdominal stretch. Breathe and roll down. Let yourself relax. One more time, pressing down, shoulders back, chest draws forward, stomach pulls up. Breathe and exhale. Come on down. This can be done heavier. We're going to go ahead and pull to the risers. So we're going to set our hands on the outside of the top, fingertips point in, knuckles out. Open up through the chest, and we're going to pull forward with our exhale. Inhale, slide out. Try to feel that space between your ear and your shoulder, so a nice long neck. Breathe as you slide out. And 5. Roll those shoulders back. 4. Feel that spot right at the back of the armpit kind of tighten as you come all the way forward. 3. Shoulders back. 2. And 1. Come halfway out, little pulse. And 6. Abs in 5. Shoulder blades are pulling down towards the panty line or towards the glutes. 4 and 3. Open heart, open chest. 2. All the way forward. Slide it all the way out. Kind of hang there for a second, letting your head and chest drop. We're going to reposition the hands. Hands are going to go on top of the risers, knuckles up. Elbows are going to pull wide without the shoulders creeping into those necks or ears. We're going to pull forward, elbows out. Inhale, slide away. Press the pelvis down into that box. Your ribs should feel heavy. Those lower ribs should feel heavy. Let's do 6. Really watch that neck. Shoulders are pulling back down towards the glutes with that shoulder blade tip. 3, 2. Draw your belly button in. We're going to hold it here and then halfway out and little pulse. And shoulders are back, abs are drawn up, pelvis is pressing down. 5, elbows as wide as you can make them. 4, without the shoulders lifting. 3, 2, all the way forward. Slide it out, kind of hang there. Let yourself relax. Lift those feet so you're not going to smash into that foot bar. And let's bring those hands to the frame and come on out. Good. Sliding off to the side. We're going to go ahead and take that mat off, and let's step to the back of your machine. So if you're on something heavier, change down to a blue. We're going to put our hands at the very front of the box and do a little stretch here. So we're going to press the carriage out, and you're going to lengthen your chest forward. And then when you shift back, you should feel a little bit more of those hamstrings. So shift those hips back behind you, away from that foot bar. Now arch the back, drop your head, and let that carriage come in with a breath. Inhale. Exhale, press the carriage out. Chest goes down to the spring and forward. You can shift those thighs into that foot bar, and then shift those hips back so the thighs come off the foot bar. Arch the back, drop the head, and pull those lower abs in like there's a sling under your pelvis. And press out one more time. Exhale to reach out through the chest and arms. Shift those hips back. Deep breath in. Hold it there for a deep breath. Exhale, feel that stretch. Maybe soften through the knees a little bit, and then arch the back, tuck your tail, drop your head, and come on in. Good. We're going to walk forward a little bit so our toes are right underneath that foot bar, maybe underneath the frame. Take your left hand and twist, stretch. Breathe into that side. Again, maybe soften through the knees. Come on, center and change. We're pressing down on the box with that forearm or maybe the elbow. Breathe in. And come on, center, and we'll slide the hands back and roll it up. And good. Let's add a spring. Let's add 2 springs. We'll do a red, yellow, blue, and we're going to take a seat. First, let's bring that bar up. So we're going to go ahead and take that bar out of the well, and we're going to sit. And we'll bring those hands to the sides of the bar. Okay, so knuckles are up, back is straight. We're going to round the tailbone and feel like we're hollowing out the lower belly. Shoulders are down. We're going to pull. Again, those elbows are feeling wide. And inhale, arms forward. Exhale, pull. Keep those feet heavy on your headrest and tilt that pubic bone up. And we've done 5, 6, shoulders down, 7. Pull those abs in first. 9 and 10. Arms go forward. Roll yourself up. Sit up nice and straight. Chest is up. Good. We're going to round back. Hollow out the lower belly. We're going to tilt to the right, and we're going to pull. 8, 7. Again, shoulders are down. Chest is open. 6. Elbows are wide. 5, 4. Lower abs pulling in right above that pubic bone. 3, 2, and 1. Arms reach ahead. Sit up nice and tall. Good. Knuckles up. Round your tailbone. We're going to tilt over to the left, and we're going to pull. We're gazing to that left side. Try to keep your head in line with your spine. 6, 5. Lower abs in. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms go forward. Sit yourself up nice and tall through the center. Good. We're going to hold on with one hand. We're going to scoot those hips back so they're towards the back of the box. Legs are going to try to go out nice and straight. If that doesn't work for you, you can drop your feet, but sit up nice and tall so the back feels long. We're going to have an underhand grip. If this isn't feeling heavy enough, you can always change your spring weight. You can pause and change that spring weight to a little bit heavier, but we're going to pull that bar right into the belly button. Elbows are back. You almost want to feel like your elbows could touch. Abs in. Inhale forward and back and pull. Inhale and sit up nice and straight. Stretch those legs out if possible. And 6. Almost feel like your elbows are going to connect behind you. 5. As you exhale, tighten the front of the ribs. 4, 3, 2, and hold it. Shoulders down, tummy in, and pulse it back. It's like your elbows are going to tap that wall. Shoulders are down. 7, tall. 6, spine is straight. 5, legs are straight if you can. 3, 2, 1. Arms go forward, smooth, and relax. Good. We're going to scoot back forward. So we're going to come pretty close to the front of the box. Weight's pretty heavy. If it feels too intense, we'll swap it out down to the long loop. So we're going to tilt back. Elbows are low. Shoulders are low. We're going to bicep curl here. Inhale out over the knees. Try to get those arms to extend. Abs pull in first. Breathe. And 6. Chest is rolled forward. 5. So you should be able to see that chest in front of you in the mirror. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Arms go out and sit up nice and straight. Good. We're going to take those loops off. Good. We're going to turn to the side. Put that bar down behind your shoulder pads, and we're going to change it down. Let's do a blue and a yellow, and we'll scoot towards the shoulder pads just a little bit. If you want it heavier, once your loop is on, you can scoot towards the foot bar. That's going to make it a little bit less intense, or more intense towards the foot bar. So we're going to bring that loop to the lower part of the bar, and we're going to go ahead and hold on, one hand above and one hand below. Lift up the chest, bring that bar right into your center. Now we're going to try to keep those hips nice and even. We're going to send the bar forward, exhale, and we're going to want to tilt over to the side where the loop is, where the rope is. Try to get that other hip heavy. 4, keep that weight even. 3, nice and tall. 2, and hold the bar out. We're going to rotate our upper body, ribs and chest to the left, and head is going to follow. We're going to keep those shoulders down, and we'll do 5. Pull into the belly button and lift from there. 4, lift up through the heart, through the top of the sternum. 3, exhale, rotate around that right hip. 2, 1 more, rotate, and back to the left. Good. Let's do that on the other side. So loop down, we'll take our bar with us. We'll walk around. And again, we'll sit close to those shoulder pads. More intensity, we'll be sitting closer to your foot bar. Grab that loop. And we'll put it down to the bottom third, bottom quarter. Bring that bar right in front of your chest, sitting up really straight. Check those side mirrors for a nice tall back, abs in. Bar goes forward in front of the chest. And reach it. Carriage is almost not moving. 4, breathe as you bend. Reach. 3, pull the lower belly in. 2, bar will stay out. Now rotate to your ropes. Inhale right. Exhale, pull around. Good. We're going to keep that opposite hip to the rope nice and heavy, especially as we go to the ropes. And 4, lift up through that upper back. And 3, let go of those shoulders down the back. And 2, and 1, and good. We're going to leave that loop on. Try anyway. And we're going to, actually, let's do this. Let's take it off. We'll take that bar with us, and let's drop it down. You can change it to a blue, maybe a long blue for this. And we're going to pick up both loops. Now, if you're a man or you like it heavier, very strong upper body, you can do it on that blue, yellow, or perhaps even on a red. So it's your choice. We're going to bring that bar up to chest level, palms underneath, shoulders down the back. We're going to feel those abs draw in like a seatbelt to the lower belly. We're going to press the bar out. We're going to lower the bar down to the knees, lift that bar up, biceps lifting, and bend in. Press it out, lower down, lift it up. Hearts are high. Back out and down and up and in. Last time. Out and down and up and in. Good. Sit up a little taller. Now we're going to draw the bar down to the pelvis, slide the bar over the thighs and up, bend it into your collarbone, down the torso, out across the thighs, and lift and bend into your collarbone, and down the torso, out and up and in. Sit up nice and tall. 2, down over the thighs and up. It's almost like you're sliding that bar over the thighs, and bring it to your collarbone. Let's go back out. We're going to go straight out, down to the knees, over the thighs to the pelvis, up the torso and out. 5, up the torso to the collarbone and out. In, up the body and out. 4, feel those shoulders, they stay anchored, up to the chest and out. 3, down to the knees and into the pelvis, up to the chest and out. 2, 1, and release. Good. Leave that bar right at your pelvis and kind of shake those arms out. If you know you can do this heavier, next time you're welcome to add that yellow spring or change that weight. Let's do overhand grip. Chest is up, elbows down, tighten that belly. We're going to press out. 8, inhale, bend. Keep that bar high on the top of the chest. 6, elbows are dropping down. Those ropes are coming right under the armpits. 5, shoulders are relaxed. 4, head is lined up with that spine. 3, press it out. 2, we've got last one. We're going to bend it in halfway and little pulses. Keep those ropes tight. 7, and abs in 6. Come up taller if you can. 5 and 4, elbows down. 3, don't let them reach out. 2, press the bar all the way away from you. Bring it in. Good. We're going to walk those hands to the center. We're going to lift that bar up in front of us, and we're going to lean forward and bring that bar right over the top of the head. We're going to tighten those ribs under the chest, and elbows are going to draw forward. We're going to press that bar out on a diagonal, and we're going to bend. Elbows are pointed ahead, hearts lifting to the ceiling, and let's gaze down at that spring. Let's go. 6, that bar can roll. 5, pull those ribs up underneath you. 4, shoulders are down. 3, 2, and stretch it out all the way. Lower that bar down in front of you, and we'll bring it to the chest or pelvis, and let's take those loops off. Very nice. Peg those straps. Good. We are done with the bar, so we can put that away. All right, let's go into a little planking. So we're going to turn our box to the short box position. Those foot bars are going to come down, and we'll go to a low blue. Adding a yellow will assist us a little bit. So if you'd like an assistance or a little assistance with your plank, if it's a challenge for you, go ahead and do 2 springs. We'll do a blue and a yellow. All right, shoulders back. Good. Elbows are right under the shoulders. We're going to have our feet on the frame with about a fist width. Now, the narrower your stance is, the more challenging this position. So if your feet were together, that's going to be a little bit more challenge. So draw those shoulders back. We're going to tilt the tailbone under just very slightly, pressing down on those forearms. We're going to lift those knees up into a hover. Inhale, we're going to press out with an exhale and lengthen forward towards our headrest. We're going to pike. We're going to lift those hips up, looking at our feet. Carriage stays just for a moment, and then slide that carriage out, squeezing those abs up and ribs up. And inhale, hips rise. And if you're tight in those hamstrings, those legs might bend a little as your hips rise. We might bend here a little bit and lift those hips. And 4. And really feel the rib cage lift underneath you as you extend out. 3, belly button is drawn up. Inhale in, exhale out. 2, we are going to try a little challenge here. We're going to slide the carriage out. Hold that plank. Chest is forward. Elbows go forward and back. Pull those ribs a little tighter underneath you. We've got 4. Exhale out. 3, squeeze those legs. 2, and elbows under, knees come in. Make sure that carriage is all the way in and set those knees down. Very nice job. Good. Let's put those boxes away. All right. Let's stay on a blue spring. Got a theme going here. So we're going to scoot those hips back. We're going to come down onto an elbow. If your elbow likes a little padding, again, you can use that black mat if you've got it handy. We can put it right under there so you don't slip. And we're going to have the elbow and shoulder lined up. We're going to grab that strap and put a long loop on the foot. Now, if you want it heavier, you can help yourself to that short strap. We're going to be lifting under the bottom side of the body, drawing that shoulder down that we're leaning over on. We're going to bring that knee up, and we're going to press to the center of the foot bar, and we're going to bend. We're going to try to lift through those lower ribs. Inhale. So we're feeling nice and lifted through the torso. We're on a diagonal. If you can see yourself in the mirror, you should feel really lifted through the chest and look like a nice diagonal. 4, 3, let that heel come forward. 2, and 1. Good. Now bring the legs straight ahead and pull it back. You're trying to keep this pelvis still. You're trying to lift through the ribs. 7, shoulders are down, chest up. 6, 5, let go of those shoulders. 4, keep lifting up through this left side. 3, 2, and 1. Bend it in. Should be feeling some intensity in the hip. Maybe if you're lifting up, you should feel a little bit of that oblique. We're going to send that heel back to the foot bar. The heel comes just in front of the frame, and we're going to go up and down. Lift your heart, shoulders down. 8, 7, push that heel. 6, 5, chest up. 4, breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Leg comes back, bend in, and we are going to do the other side. So much fun. All right. You can walk around, or you can just spin around. We're going to send those hips lined up with the back shoulder pad. Elbow's going to be right underneath that shoulder. So the elbow and hip should be lined up. Chest is up. We're going to grab that loop. Left foot in the strap. Chest is high. Reach that leg to the center of the foot bar. So that leg is lined up with the rest of the body. Lifting up through those bottom ribs. And we're going to go ahead and bend in and press out. Keep lifting. So this shouldn't feel too awfully heavy. We want to find our shape. Shoulders are down the back, lifting up. And we're going to go 5 and 4 and abs in 3 and hearts up 2 and leg out 1. Hold it there, parallel. We're going to go forward and back. We're going to try to stabilize here. Back isn't moving. Lifting up here. 5. Try not to let the legs sink. It should be level with the hip. 4. That's a little work here in that oblique. 3. Shoulders down, chest up. 2 and 1. Bend that knee in. Maybe rub it out, tap it out. And again, come back up. We're going to send that foot to the foot bar in line with the body. Then bring the heel just a little bit forward. And we're going to go up and chest up, shoulders down. And 8 and 7. Leg is nice and long. 6, 5, 4. Lift. 3 and 2 and 1. And leg back. And let's bend in. Good. We'll come out of that strap. Peg that loop. We're going to go ahead and put that foot bar back up. Center slot. And we'll go ahead and lock it in place with those black levers. Okay, let's change our springs. We're going to do a red and a blue if you'd like it kind of heavy, or a red and a yellow. You can have the foot bar up in that center position. We're going to go ahead and stand up. We're going to face the foot bar. Our left leg, standing leg, is going to be on the floor. Right heel's up against that shoulder pad. We're going to take a nice deep breath in. Chest is high. As we press out, we're going to bend down and hinge forward and come on up and press hinge. If you'd like it heavier, you can scoot the standing leg back. If you'd like it lighter, you can step that foot towards the foot bar. And 8 and 7 and low. 6 and stand up. And 5. Shoulders are down, chest is lifting as you come forward. 4. Try to get that pressing leg all the way straight. 3. All the way straight. 2. Hold it, and we're going to pulse and pulse. We're right in that center range. Pelvis is level. That standing leg is bent, chest up. 7 and 6. Shoulders down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Press it all the way out. Reach it long. Come on in. And now we're going to stand up. We're going to do a turned out set. So you can keep the standing leg parallel or turn it out. It's your choice, whatever feels best for you. Make sure your knee is over your toes. That right knee is going to rotate towards the center of the carriage, your leg that's pressing, and your heel is pointed towards your tailbone. So your heel is high on that shoulder pad with the toes tucked under here a little bit. So we're going to bend down, chest up, and we're going to just press full extension. So now we're just low. Our hips are behind our heel. 8, 7, belly button up. 6 and 5, smooth in, smooth out. 4, 3, 2, Halfway in and pause the carriage, little pulse. Shoulders are down, chest up, feel those abs draw up. And 8 and 7, 6 and 5 and 4, 3, 2, all the way out. 1, come back in. Very nice. Okay, let's walk around. We've got the other side. So right leg forward. Again, if you want it heavier, you'll step back. You can always change down your spring setting. We're going to go down and bend, press out, and stand up. Exhale. 2, nice and tall on the in. 3, try to get the back of that pressing leg all the way out. 4, so it's not a snap, it's a smooth press. And 6, 7, breathing as you come up. 8, exhaling as you press out. 9, let's stay low and bend in, halfway press. Abs are up, chest is up, back is nice and straight. 8, 7, we're gazing down at the floor so the neck is in line with the spine. 6, 5, 4, stay low on that standing leg. 3, 2, and all the way out, come back in. Very nice. Okay, turning out. So that left heel pointed to the center of the pelvis. We're going to go down into that lunge position or that squat position. Abs are up, chest is up. Shift those hips back and press, full extension. And 8. Draw your tummy up. 7, 6, 4, and 3, and 2. Halfway in, and again, we're going to pulse it halfway. Abs up, chest up, really lift up through your center. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, all the way out. Reach it and resist it back in. Very nice. Okay, last exercise. If you were on a blue-yellow, let's go down, or blue-red, let's go down to a blue-yellow. We're going to straddle the foot bar. I'm quite tall, so I'm going to leave my foot bar up. Some of you may want that foot bar to come into the lower setting. So we're going to hold the front. That left foot's going to go on the very edge of the carriage. Again, check your position. Back is flat, chest is up, abs are lifted. We're going to bend down into our standing leg and press that carriage out, resist in. Chest is up, abs are up. 8. Shoulders down the back. 7, 6, 5, 4, breathe as you bend. 3, hips are level. 2, and 1, come back in. Good. Other side. So we're straddling, our hips are going to the wall behind us, chest is to the wall in front of us, abs are in, back is flat, and we're gonna press. Smooth. 9, so it's not a snap, it's a nice press. 8, shoulders down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and come on in and stand up. Very nice. All right, let's take a seat. We're ready for 2 reds. So 2 red springs. And just relax here for a second. Let's do a little figure 4. Open up that hip. Breathe. Maybe pull that knee in. Maybe feel that the knees get a little closer. Feeling that hip stretch. Feel that center of the chest relax, and then we'll change legs. Ankle over knee, maybe knee over knee, pulling those knees in if possible. Deep breaths, nice soft exhales. Relax through that upper body as well as the hip. And good. We're going to find that foot bar. We'll grab our loops, press that carriage away, and we'll put the long straps on the feet. All right, sending those feet into a Pilates feet. So heels are touching, toes apart, making that pizza slice shape. We're going to bend the knees in and press out. And we want to stop those knees right over the hips. So we're not going to bend into our deepest bend. We're just going to bend into the pelvis and out. Keep those heels touching. And 3. As the legs extend, pull those lower abs in. 2. And hold the legs out. Now we're going to open those legs as wide as we can. We're going to keep the stability in that low back and pelvis. 6. 5. Feel like there's a piece of saran wrap across the bones of the front of the pelvis. 4. And it's pulled nice and tight, or a rubber band. 3. Relax those shoulders. 2. Now we're going to put those two things together. So we're going to bend into that pelvis. We're going to open those feet wide, and we're going to pull those legs out towards your foot bar. In a little. Open straight and pull. And in. And open. And let's see if we can do it more fluidly. So we're going to go in, open, and pull. In, open. It's like you're doing a breaststroke. And we are going to reverse. So let's go open, bend the knees to the shoulders, touch the heels, and press it out. Open, bend the knees, keep the carriage still, and press it out. One more like this. And now let's do it smooth. So we're going to open, pull in, and press out. And open and bend in and press out. One more. And press it out. Good. Legs up to the ceiling. Go ahead and pull down on your ropes. Lengthen through the back of the leg. Let your hips feel really heavy on that mat. So try to get the butt down. You might have to have your legs a little further out. So pelvis completely flat. Arms are down by your side. We're going to keep tension in the right rope to start. Left leg goes out. We're going to stay still through the torso. Back to center. Now weight into the left leg. Open the right. And we're trying not to shift. So when that left leg goes out, we still want to feel the right glute, right shoulder. Hold that left leg, right leg out. We're being heavy on the opposite side of the body of the leg moving. 4. Shoulders relaxed. Hold through the core. 3. 2. And 1. Good. Legs go down, and we're going to Russian dancer Peter Pan. So one knee bends to the side, the other leg sweeps out. And again, we're keeping that same stability as the leg sweeps out. We don't want to rock onto that hip. We want to keep our pelvis nice and level. And 4, inhale. Lower back has its natural curve. 3. And 2. And 1. And let's do our leg circles. Let's go up, open circle, exhale. Relax through the chest. As the legs go out and around, the abs pull in. 4. The exhale's on the reach of the legs. 3. Reach them away. 2. And let's reverse. Open, up, inhale, exhale, down. Make sure that lower back isn't tilting and lifting. That pelvis isn't rocking and rolling. Tailbone is your anchor, so that tailbone feels heavy. And 3. And 2. And 1. Legs go out and hold. Let's grab those ropes and just maybe pull a little tension out of the back of the machine if that feels too intense. Breathe. Relax. And then legs center. The knees bend down towards the chest. Soles of the feet together, knees open. And let's press on those knees a little bit. If that doesn't feel good, or if you like to open up the chest more than the pelvis, you can open those arms out and just relax those arms. Let the weight of the arms kind of pull on those shoulders. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to bring those hands in. Draw those knees in. We're going to slip those loops off the feet and peg our straps. Very nice. Let's come up to the left side. And we're going to change it down. So let's do just one red spring. All right, we're going to stand up and finish with our eaves lunge. So one foot to the front of the machine. It's the outside leg. The other knee is going to be down on that mat as we press out. You can hold on to the frame or both hands on the foot bar, whatever feels good for you. We want to keep thinking lifting of the abdominals. Deep breath in. Try to relax those shoulders. Now slide forward. We're going to straighten that front leg. Let the tailbone tilt back, and the right hip is going to rotate forward. So you're trying to square those hips off, square them off. Maybe lift your toes off the floor so the heel will press into that floor. And then we're going to slide in, turning towards your reformer, pressing out. Both toes point to the side wall, and you're going to send your chest forward. You can hold on to the back side of the frame or the front, whatever feels good for you, or perhaps just holding on to the carriage. Inhales and exhales, and then the carriage will slide in. We'll do that eaves lunge on the other side. So outside leg is towards the front, and we're going to press out and hold. Shoulders are down, abs are engaged. Breathe. Good. We'll slide forward. We'll straighten that front leg. Tailbone lifts slightly, feeling long through the back. Good. Square that left hip forward. Deep breath in. And then carriage comes in. Again, that toes could have been lifted. Turn towards both toes into the reformer and press out. Again, we can stretch the chest forward and grab onto the opposite side of the frame or stay back on the frame that's closest to you. Deep breath in. Exhale it out. And come on in. And very nice. We are all done. Great job today. Thanks for joining me.